We are going to use this graphing calculator to graph an equation of a line. Now you do have to solve for y in order to enter your equation. So I go to my y equal button, and that is where I put in my line. Look how many lines I can put in. So let's say I want to graph the line 3x. Now my x button is right here. 3x plus 5. What do you think this line is going to do? The y-intercept is 5, and the slope is 3 over 1, rise over run. I will hit my graph button, and that is my line. This is the window you're looking through for your graphing calculator. My x's go from -10 to +10. My y's start down here at -10 to +10. If I want to quickly get to this window, you will hit zoom. I will go down to standard, which on my calculator is under zoom 6. I just hit 6. Or I could go to zoom and I could go down, down, down. Standard, hit enter. And that will give me my window of -10 to 10 for my x and my y's. I could go right here and look at my window. Sure enough, my x's, the low number of my x is -10. The high number of my x is +10. It's going up by ones. That's my scale. Same with my y's. Once again, if I want to quickly get to this window, it's zoom, go down to 6 or just hit 6. And to put an equation into the calculator, I solve for y and I enter it. Now watch something else. If we plug in 1 for x, y would be 3 times 1 is 3 plus 5. Y would be 8. So when I plugged in 1, I would get 8. When I plug in 2, that would be 3 times 2. That would be 6 plus 5 is 11. So that's the point, 2, 11. Well, we have this button. This is our table right here. How do I get to my table? It's under the graph. If I want to graph, that's my line. If I want to see my table of values, I will hit second graph. You see this table in blue on my calculator? Second graph is your table. And look at all those values. When x is -1, y is 2. When x is 0, y is 5. They give me lots and lots of values. If I want to start my table at a larger number, I could go to this table set. It's under my windows. Second window is table set. And I can say, I want my table to start at 45. And this change, this delta table, the change in table, is just going up by ones. But wonder if I wanted it to go up by halves, 0.5. Now I'm going to go back to my table. And sure enough, it's starting at 45. Then it's giving me 45 and a half, 46, 46 and a half, 47, 47 and a half. It's going up by halves. One more thing you may want to know. Let's go to calculate button. The calculate button is under this trace. So second trace is calculate. What if I want a very specific value for x? Well, I go to under calculate, I go to value, hit enter. It's going to say, what do you want your x to be? And I will do all the work for you. And you can say, I want x to be 8. Well, if x is 8, hit enter. Your y is 29. Now look right over here. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 5 is 29. If you know how to work this graphing calculator, it can definitely make your life easier. So let's go over what we did in this video. We went to the y equal button, and we learned that to type an equation in, we have to solve for y and enter it at the y equal. Then we went to our graph button. Also in our graph button, we learned about our window. Our standard window goes from -10 to +10. How do you get it to this basic window very quickly? You go to zoom and go down to 6 on my calculator. It is standard window. We also learned how to find the table. The table is under the graph button. So the second graph is our table. And we learned that if we wanted to start at a different number, we'd have to go to our table set. And if I wanted to start at -5, You do have to do the negative button, not the minus. And if I wanted to go up, let's go up by 2's. If I want to start at -5 and go up by 2's, then I could go back to my table, which is second graph. And sure enough, I've started at -5 and I'm going up by 2's, and it is giving me all of these answers. And last but not least, if I want a very specific answer, I can go to the calculate button. So second trace is a calculate button. I can hit value. I can tell it exactly which value I want it to work for me. Then hit enter, and it will give me the answer.